Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is Friday. Today we are doing a haul video. I know yesterday's video was a little bit short. I had to cut content because there were too many people out there thrifting, and I just don't like to. It's like kind of obnoxious to be out there filming and doing commentary when there's 30 people in the store. So I figured I'd do a bit of a longer video today, and we go through some of the finds that I found this week. There's a ton of good stuff in there. I made sure to kind of cut it out so that the majority of this stuff is going to be 40% or higher sell-through rate. So if you're a reseller, these are all great brands that you want to be on the lookout for. Some of them are a little bit different and a little bit more specific, which I'll explain along the way. And some of them are some really good bread and butter brands that I know a lot of people don't pick up because I see them all the time, and there's not a ton of them listed on eBay, but the sell-through is really good and they sell for a decent amount. So let's go ahead and get into it, and I'll show you guys what I found this week. So this one is a new brand for me. This is Caton or Caton. I've never heard of it. These are just swim trunks. The sell-through on these was really good, and these go for like $25 to $30. I picked these up for $3.99, so that was a great grab. If you see Caton out there, definitely pick it up. I'm not sure if it's like a hiking or outdoorsy brand, but it's a great one to be on the lookout for. Next up, we've got some bread and butter. I'm looking for these all the time. I find them fairly often. These are Levi's vintage 505s, and they're the black ones. So the black is definitely a premium. People are always looking for the black ones. They're 34 by 32, which is almost a perfect size. Some would argue that it is a perfect size. I got these for $9. These sell for $60 to $70. Great pickup. Definitely be on the lookout. When you see the hang tag here, that's a huge indicator for you that it's going to be made in USA. Vintage, probably either late 80s or 90s. Definitely good grab. So grab the 505s. I think next up we have another pair. This one, a little bit different. Looks a little bit different. I was thrown off because this is the first time that I've seen this. There's still the 505s. They're actually early 2000s run up the 505s. They've got the hang tag here, which usually indicates made in Mexico, made in Colombia. But these ones are actually still made in USA. So I'd imagine these will still get the same premium of around $50 to $60. So great pickup. So if you see this label here, definitely don't disregard it. Still look at the hang tag on there because these ones were made in USA. Next up, we have Levi's Premium. So you can tell when you see this little tag on the inside, and they usually have like a leather back tag on them. They are more modern. They have the big E, which is big for the tags in the description. But these ones go for like $25 to $30, and the premium line has a good sell-through rate. So I almost always pick up the premiums if they're a good cut. These ones are the 502s, I believe, and they sell pretty well. They're similar to the 501 cut. They're like a mix between the 505 and the 501. Here is vintage mossy oak, made in USA. This is an early run, so this is 90s. This is just a camo jacket, but these vintage mossy oak jackets go for anywhere from $50 to $100. Sell-through is pretty well. I want to say this is one of the ones that's probably not 40% sell-through, but just because we're going into hunting season, I think this was a good pickup. It should sell pretty quickly here in the next month or so. This is one of my bread and butter pickups. And if my channel ever blows up, it probably will no longer be a bread and butter pickup. But if you see these out there, they are Under Armour polos. They don't look like anything special, but they're the playoff polo. And these have like a 60% sell-through. They don't sell for a ton, but they sell for like 25 bucks. I got this for $3.99. So if you can get them for like $4 or less, definitely a good pickup. They sell through really well. I sell a bunch of them, and they're abundant out there. So this is a great one to be on the lookout for because most people will pass up on Under Armour polos just because most of them don't sell, but that one sells well. The next one is another one that's similar to that Under Armour. So International Report, don't pick up everything from International Report, but the four-way stretch, especially ones with kind of an interesting pattern. This one's got pineapples all over. These have a sell-through of, gosh, I want to say like 60, 70% or higher. They don't sell for a ton. They sell for like $25. But again, for $3, $4, definitely a pickup. Here we have another pair of 505s. This one has the classic hang tag, the made in USA. These are in great condition. I think this is probably the most pairs of these I've found in a week. I mean, I find vintage like 90s Levi's a lot, but I'll find like 550s, I'll find 501s, I'll find, the other styles. But I think I found 4 or 5 of these vintage black 505s this week, which are like the best ones to find because they go for like $60 to $70. So definitely a good pickup. Grab those if you see them, if you can get them for like 10 bucks or less. Here's one that I feel like a lot of people pass up on as well. These are the Levi's XX Chino. These have a high sell-through rate, somewhere around 60 to 70%. They don't sell for a ton, but they sell for like $25 to $30, and they sell quick for me. Every pair that I list sells within like 30 days. I usually get them they're priced at $5.99, even at Goodwill's, because they're not jeans, they're chinos or dress pants. They price them at $5.99. So for me, that's a great pickup. We've got them back to back. The next one is also another pair of Levi's XX Chino, a little bit of a different tag. Different style. These are almost like, what is that? Like train conductor, like train pants. But again, they sell well. So I'll pick these up for like $5, $6 all day long, get 25 bucks back. Usually they sell within 30 days. Here is a great bolo to be on the lookout for. So this is South Pole, and I've always been looking out for the red tab because everybody wants the red tab. So I saw these and saw the brown tab, and I was like, that's kind of a bummer. But it looks like the brown tab does close to as well. The sell-through was like 50% on these. As long as they're the baggy cut, which you can see these ones are, they go for like anywhere from $50 to $100. And the sell-through is pretty good on them. Definitely worth grabbing if you see South Pole out there. South Pole is pretty abundant. I find it often, but I don't always find the baggy cut, and I've yet to find a red tab. But the brown tabs are good too. Next up is Ralph Lauren. So this is LRL. It's black tag. I don't know if that makes a difference because typically LRL is green tag. But this is 100% linen. I showed you guys a couple weeks ago another one like this. These sell for like $30 to $40. So any Ralph Lauren, or really any Ralph Lauren unique fabric, so like a silk or a linen blend or something like that, is always worth looking up. The sell-through on those is pretty good. And yeah, again, like $30 to $40. So those are definitely a good grab. Next up, we have a Carhartt. This is a Carhartt men's jean jacket. These ones go from $50 to $100. This one's not made in USA. If it was made in USA, or like the Detroit style jacket, it could probably go for, over $100 easily. But this one I got for $7.99. It's in great condition and definitely a good pickup, especially this time of year, the fall. I don't know if the sell-through is up over 40% right now, but I imagine this will sell before the end of season just because jean jackets are now in season and in style. So I have a feeling that'll sell pretty quick. So these are the Levi's 501XX. They don't demand a huge premium, but they go for around $30, $25 to $30. This was a good size, 36 by 30. The gray jeans don't do as well as the normal blue jeans, but the sell-through is pretty good on these. And they're definitely worth picking up. You can get them for $8 or less just because they sell through pretty well. And next up, we have Johnny O. I actually just sold one of these hanging out polos this morning. These ones have a pretty good sell-through rate. They don't sell for a ton, around 20 bucks, but good pickup if you can get them for $3, $4 or less. I got this one for $3.99. So definitely be on the lookout. I'm sure you guys know that's a pretty common one. Johnny O is a good brand to look up. Definitely a good brand to pick up. Here is another one that I feel like goes under the radar. And this has been a little bit of a bread and butter for me. And I don't know if it's just my area. So let me know in the comments if you guys find this brand often, because I seem to find it all the time. And I do have a lot of resellers in my area, and I watch them pass this up, and I pick it up right behind them. It's the normal brand. This is the Active Pure Miso. So it's like a higher quality fabric blend. The regular polos aren't as good, but the button-ups are great. But these sell for like $20 to $25. Sell-through rate is pretty good on them. I grabbed this for $3.99, but I see people pass up on this all the time. So I don't know if people just don't know about it or what's going on with it. But let me know in the comments if you can find this in your area or if you've passed up on it. Next up, we've got classic Patagonia. These are 100% organic cotton men's pants. They are a good size. They're size 33 by 30s, I think. And just good overall. They're chinos. And they sell for around $35 to $40. I picked these up for $6.99, so you know, probably up to $10 I'd probably pay for a pair of Patagonia pants. Sell through on Patagonia stuff is really good. People love it. The hiking hippie-esque people. Miss me jeans. I can't keep these things in stock. I don't pick up the skinny, or I've even passed up on some of the straight cuts, but if you've got Miss Me bootcut jeans with some sort of exciting embroidery, enjewelment on the back, these things sell for me within a few days every single time, and they sell for $40, $50, $60. So I grabbed these for $8. These are a good pickup if you can find them out there. Next up, we've got some classic hiking gear. This is cool. If you're not aware of the brand, definitely start being on the lookout for it. These are the, what are they called? I know it's always on the inside. There it is. They're the Resistor chino. These ones go for about $40. These ones are in like new condition. They're actually my size, so I might try these on, and if they do fit well, I'll probably keep them. But if not, they sell through really well. I don't know why. The place I went to, it's called Revive, and it's in Grand Rapids. They don't ever mark up the cool pants, and they have a whole boutique area for men's stuff, and they don't ever mark these up, so these are only $3. Great find, because they sell for around $40, and the sell-through is really high. Next up is a Cricket polo. I'm sure you're familiar, very popular brand. It's just a really nice fabric. They're very lightweight. Definitely one of the higher end polos out there. They go for $35 to $40. What did I pay? $3.99 for this one. If you see Cricket out there, definitely snag it. I mean, it's been going well with a high sell-through rate for years now. I don't think this brand is going away. I don't think it's going to die out. They just make really high quality gear. Next up, I've got back-to-back of the same brand, and this is one of the unique ones. So you're not going to want to pick up everything from the territory ahead. I don't believe they make clothes anymore. These are, I believe, 90s. This is like a patchwork quilted button-up shirt, but anything with unique. I looked up the comps on this one alone. I found one specifically that was like the patchwork quilted, and it goes for about $60 to $70. But the unique pieces from territory ahead, this is 100% rayon, so it's not that special for material wise, but these will sell well. Sell-through rate in general on territory ahead is not great, but if you can find some unique patterns or unique materials, definitely worth picking up. People are into it. It's kind of a niche. Here's another one. This is the second one. Territory ahead. There it is. This is not like a patchwork, but this is definitely a unique pattern. I think I'll get around $50 for this one as well. And this one's also rayon. Next up is a bolo that I found from another YouTuber. Can't remember who was talking about it, but Shaquille O'Neal. So I'm sure if you're out there thrifting, you see Shaquille O'Neal stuff. As far as I could find, none of the other stuff sells well, but the blazers have about a 50% sell through, and they sell for like $50 to $70. And this is in perfect condition. It's a really nice blazer, and I will definitely be on the lookout for Shaquille O'Neal blazers from now on. I'm sure I've passed up on them in the past, but now that I'm aware of it, I'm definitely going to grab these, because blazers are typically like $5, $6 everywhere you go. Next up, we have another blazer, and here's one you might pass up on as well. This is J. Crew, but it's J. Crew Ludlow, and that is like an Italian blended fabric, I believe. I don't know if it's going to say it. It doesn't say it anywhere, but it's a nice like threaded pattern. These sell for like $50 to $100 depending on the pattern and the material. Sell-through rate on J. Crew Ludlow blazers is really high. So if you see Ludlow on there when you're looking at blazers, definitely pick it up. Those are worth it for, $5, $6. Here's a new brand. This one I think was on the lower end, probably closer to 40%, maybe slightly less. But Black Hawk, I've never seen. They're very heavy duty, ripstop, cargo, tactical pants. And these sell for like $30 to $35. Sell-through rate was okay on them. What did I get them for? for $7. Definitely a brand to look out for. I mean, I've never seen them before, and I go out there a lot. So I don't know how often you're going to spot it, but if you see it, it's probably worth picking up for like $7 or less. Here's one that I'm always on the lookout for. Boy Scouts of America. See if I can find the tag for you. There it is. These ones, men's size specifically. The kid size stuff does not sell as well, but men's size pants and shirts sell through very well. These ones won't demand as much of a premium because they're just the standard pants. The convertibles will get 25, 30, or maybe even a little bit more. These will probably get 20 to 25. What did I pay? $5.99 for these. Sell through is really well. Boy Scouts of America stuff does really good. If it's vintage, typically it'll do a little bit better, but those are modern and they'll be, you know, they'll sell pretty quick. All of the Boy Scout stuff I get usually sells within a month or two. It's a fun one, another new one. I actually got 2 pairs and I only included this one, but these are Craig hoppers and they are like extreme outdoor gear. Some people refer to it as like rock climbing pants, but they are made exclusively for Bear Grylls. These ones I paid $3 for because they were base price, but they're in great condition. They sell for $30 to $35. The other pair that I got was brand new with the tag, so that one I think I listed at $49.99 with discounts. Hopefully it'll sell around $40, $35. Craig hoppers. Never found it before. Maybe I'll find it again, but if I see it again, now I'll know. Next up, we have another pair of Levi's Premium. You can tell with the leather back patch on there, and then of course this tag on the inside. These are 502s. Both of them are 502s. They're black, which is better. I don't know why, but the black ones demand a little bit higher premium in the 501s, 502s, 505s. And these will sell for $25 to $30. I got them for $8. Sell-through rate on the Levi's Premiums is good. Definitely be snagging them. I pick up almost every pair I get if they're in good condition. Here's one I thought was going to be a little bit better than it was. It's not great. This is one of the ones that the sell-through was not fantastic. Sell-through, I think, was probably around 25, 30% on it. I thought it was a cool piece. I still do. It had this cool logo. It's Polo Golf. It's Ralph Lauren Polo Golf. And it's just a nice like windbreaker, an insulated or mesh insulated windbreaker. They sell for like $35 to $40, and the sell-through is not super high, so this one, I don't know, but I included it because I thought it was kind of a cool piece. Next up, we have a Vietnam era men's. I can't remember the style code. All the military shirts have a specific style code, like the M65 jacket. There was a style code to this, and I don't remember it, but it is a Vietnam era military jacket. These sell for... I'm trying to do a little bit more research. The ones without any patches sell for around $30 to $40. The ones with patches, depending on which specific patches they are, can sell for like $50 to $100. So I'm hoping that these patches are more valuable, but I just don't know. I don't know what this stuff means. I have to look into it. But definitely a good pickup. If you see what looks like vintage military gear out there, it's almost always worth picking up. I didn't even look up the comps before I grabbed this. I grabbed this for $5 and figured it was a good find. It felt vintage, it looked vintage, and turns out it is. Next up, we've got Carhartt. So these Carhartt kind of like duck jackets that are vests in good condition. I mean, it's not vintage, it's not anything crazy. It is size small, so the sell-through on the small is a little bit slower. But I got this for $3.99. These sell for like $35 to $40. They're an insulated vest. Very nice, very high quality. The jackets that you can get, like the duck jackets, the Detroit style jackets, those can go for like $150 to $200. So definitely be on the lookout for those. But the vests are still good. If you can get the vest for like $5, $10 or less, definitely grab them. Here's another one that I think was on the lower end of the sell-through. This might have been under 40%, but I do love the brand. This is vintage Stetson, and probably not super old, probably like 90s, but it's a pearl snap. I got it for $5. These sell for like $30. If the pattern's better, this is like, it's a very classic pattern, so this might be a little bit higher. Maybe I'll list it for like $49.99, and then I run my 20% off discounts. So, you know, maybe I'll get $40 for it. But if the pattern is better, if it's got some embroidery and stuff, they can go for like 50 to 100. This one will probably not get that, but Stetson is definitely a good brand to be on the lookout for. Next up, we've got another playoff polo. And I've got a few in the pile there that I didn't include in the video. I think I forgot that the first one was in there. But this is, again, like a bread and butter that I feel like is under the radar. Nobody grabs these things. They're always out there. I find 4 or 5 a week. I probably sell a few a week. And they sell for like $20 to $25. I usually get them for $3 or $4. The playoff polo is definitely a good pickup. So be on the lookout for that. And we've come down to the last 2 items. So if you guys have made it this far into the video, I really appreciate it. And if you could like and subscribe, it really helps me out. Lets me know you guys are enjoying the content and it helps the channel grow. So last 2 items. This is the first time I've found one of these. And this is a Champion reverse weave. It has what I think is a cool design on it. So sometimes just the standard Champion reverse weaves will sell for, you know, $40, $50. If they have nothing, they just have the standard little Champion logo. This one I think will get a little bit more of a premium. You know, a lot of them have like universities or other logos, city logos on them, and they'll go a little bit higher. I think this is going to be on that higher end. I plan on listing this for $79.99 and taking offers all the way down to $50. But definitely, if you see that reverse weave on the tag, pick it up. They are in demand. They are in fashion. People like them. That's definitely a good bolo to look out for. The last item that we have on the list, and this is the biggest bolo of the list, which I don't know how often you're going to find it because I think I've found it twice now. This is my second time. This is a gallery department hoodie, and it is brand new with the tags. It's called the effed up logo because they're both upside down, as you can see. I don't know how to authenticate this. It definitely feels and looks like it's authentic, but these go for $400 to $600 if you can find gallery department brand new with the tags. Definitely snag it. I paid $8 for this, but it was actually 30% off that day, so I paid around $5 for this. But even if you can find it used in good condition or even in rough condition, these sell through at like 40%. So good, really good sell through for like a higher item, higher value item. And yeah, comps were anywhere from like 400 to 6. I think the highest one was like 650 on this specific sweatshirt. So definitely be on the lookout for gallery department. It might be like a once in a lifetime find. I don't know. I was very excited about it. It looks authentic. Let me know in the comments if there's anything about this that you could determine, if you know about gallery department, that would tell you that this is not authentic. I'll give you a close-up of the tag. And then, let me see if I can find the, yeah. This tag, as well as the sleeve tag. I'll give you one more close-up on. But to me, this looks authentic. You know, I'll do a little bit more research before I list it, but I think I'm going to list this one at $4.99 with best offers. This was a huge score, great find, especially for the price. But that's it. That's the end of the haul. That's the best stuff I found this week. I've got a huge pile, probably of the same size of other stuff I found this week, but that's more bread and butter stuff. That's like Lucky Jeans. That's Joseph Abowd stuff. That's Peter Millar Summer Comforts. That's stuff that's not as exciting. Even though I guess you could argue that Levi's might not be as exciting, but I love Levi's. But anyways, that's the best stuff I found. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you found a new brand that maybe you don't normally pick up, that now you'll start picking up and will make you some money. And again, if you guys did make it this far, please like and subscribe. It helped me out a bunch. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys soon.